I mentioned this in a Final Fantasy video that I just recorded, but I'm going to reiterate it here. I basically have found what I believe to be the Joss build perfected, which is everything I've shared on my community post, just with the ceramic blade there. And if you want to know more in depth of what I'm talking about, I encourage you to watch some of the Final Fantasy videos that I've made or will hopefully share in the future, anywhere from the 37th video through the 40th video. That's kind of what I'm talking about it in that playlist of what I'm about to talk about. But I was playing earlier tonight, and it's kind of crazy. Like during the Dimension battle, after I played it, the Joss build with the ceramic blade, I was looking at the captures on my Switch, and it was like the game, it wasn't glitching out, but the enemies were definitely moving, almost like it was like staticky, which has never happened throughout the, from any game that I ever played on my Switch. But I really think it was because of what I was doing in the game, and to think that that's the kind of effect that running the ceramic blade with the Joss build had on how the game was being picked up through, the recording is just crazy to think about. And I think it also speaks to, not only the build, but more importantly, what is happening in the fight and what it's, what it's doing to the game, because it definitely was getting picked up like choppy. It was pretty, like the enemies were moving almost as if it was like some kind of static interference, and had a really fun time playing it. But I'm really going to enjoy my time in the snowy area outside of the volcanic cavern, not only just leveling up with that version of the build, because it's really enjoyable to do dimension battles against enemies of that level, period, but especially with the penultimate version of the Joss build. And to think that it had that kind of effect where it was almost like stressing the game itself, and subsequently the recording that got picked up was reflecting that, is kind of crazy to think about. But I'm definitely excited. The reason I'm in that snowy area, which I didn't talk about in the Final Fantasy video too much, is that the chrysalis that spawn there, in addition to the plateau area of Shangri-La, I believe they have a very, very low chance of dropping Deuce Augite. So if I don't pick one up in the snowy area, I might return to Shangri-La to see if the higher level ones have a higher rate of dropping it, but that's why I'm there.